on the baggage tag, and maybe think of a mental connection associated with that destination. Maybe an image that comes to mind associated with that place. Would you do that for me? Now that you're comfortably seated, Bob, would you stand up and would everyone please, you've given, would they slide their cards back in anywhere you like? So fan out the cards, don't put them in Bob, put them in the... Vote for Bob. All the votes you can get. All right, put that in there. I have 3 words for you. Frank McKenna. All right, slide the card in. Slide the card in, and do the same thing over here. Go ahead, please. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you. If you can take a spot right back here, please, Bob. And if you could slide those in for me, that'd be terrific. Slide them in there for me, Bob. And where's that magic marker? Brilliant. Take the magic marker, please, Bob. If you could have to seal it as well, just as beautifully as Rebecca did. Nice. Okay. So, what? Barbara, settle down. All right. With your magic marker, would you write Bob, or whatever the hell your real name is, right across. Go ahead, Bob. What if Bob Ray walks around the t-shirt says Bob Ray, so forget who? Hi, I'm Bob Ray. All right, put your name on the front, hold it by the corners, please, Bob. Nicely done. Bob. It's funny enough, it's Bob spelled backwards. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, what I want you to do. All right, Bob, who is the first person you chose? Just point to them because you don't probably know their name. Oh, yes, sir. And your name again? Good. That's right. When I spoke, that's right. That's the spoke of something earlier. Marty, can you please, for the first time, we'll pretend that this is the Bob Airport, and we'll pretend that this is the Rebecca Airport. Okay. Can you share with us, please, the destination of the baggage tag that you chose? Israel. Is there something you associate with Israel? I was in Israel back in April performing. Is there like an image that comes to mind when you think of Israel? The city of Jerusalem. I was in Jerusalem, and I've been to Jerusalem a couple of times, and it's always inspiring. You can cut the atmosphere of Jerusalem with a knife. It's just so rich in culture and faith and so much politics. It's a fantastic place to visit. It's a fantastic place. So can we all picture Jerusalem rising up out of the envelope, moving through space, pausing for dramatic effect, and arriving now. Did you feel that?
I did.
By any chance, you did? Really?
Yep.
We should tour together. That would be fantastic. You know, who was the other person you chose? That second person.
The guy behind Scott.
And Scott. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Steve. Steve. I'm sorry. I forgot. Charles. I apologize. Charles. I have to get those two names mixed up. I apologize, Charles. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Charles, do me a favor and share with us the destination that you chose.
China.
China. What comes to mind when you think?
I didn't know you were going to have to share this. Piles of electronic waste.
Piles of electronic waste. Good. I think of the same thing, strangely. No, that's a little private moment we're having. You're busy? What's going on? Two corners. Thank you. This is a test. Come on, we don't want any sort of opportunities for shenanigans or jiggery widgery-do. All right, here we go. What was the first part? I know of electronic waste. Was the piles? Piles. Can we all imagine piles of electronic waste rising up out of the airport called Bob, moving through space, and arriving now? Did you feel that?
I did. My hands are getting pimply, actually.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's what we're working towards. Good.
Yeah.
And the third person you chose, I believe, was in the back. Oh, hi. How are you?
Good.
I forgot your name. I'm sorry.
Sarah.
Sarah. Still. S-A-R-R-R-A? Is it with an H? Give him a round of applause. Sarah, what was the place that you chose?
Greece.
Greece. Is there an image? I've been to Greece as well. Greece is a lovely place. What do you associate with Greece?
Slovakia.
Slovakia.
Souvlaki.
Everybody's a critic. Here we go. Can we all imagine Slovakia? Souvlaki. With an L. It's like lots of souvlaki. I know how to spell souvlaki. Imagine a souvlaki. Souvlaki. Lots of souvlaki. Lots of souvlaki. Rising up out of the Bob Airport. Moving through space. and arriving in a gooey mess now, yes?
Yes, got the gush.
And the weird thing is, as I'm talking to her, I'm looking up and there's a copy of The Joy of Sex up here. It's very, very distracting, I gotta tell you. So the gushy part, there's a whole bunch of books on sex here. Fantastic. Later on, Lori, maybe we can check these out. All right, here we go. Open up the envelope. Open up the envelope. Just you wild and crazy guys. Rip open the envelope, the want and abandon. Whoa! Pull them all out, please. And count them face down on my hands, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8,
8, 9, 10.
There's 7? But you had 10. And you're a rocket scientist? We're in trouble. Check them out. Take a look at them, please. Find for me, please, Greece, China, and Israel. Again, you act like this happens to you all the time. It doesn't. You know, wouldn't it be cool? Certainly a great way of ending the performance part of the presentation if... Open up the envelope, please. Open up the envelope, please. Pull out all the cards, count them face down in my hand, please. Out loud so everyone can see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10. Is there
11, 12, 13.
Ooh. Do me a favor, check them out. By any chance, it's Greece, China, there's Greece, China, and Israel. China and could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of the imagination. Thank you very much. A big round of applause for Bob and Rebecca, please. We're going to come back and we're going to try and dissect some of the things you saw this evening. 8 minutes and we'll come back. Thank you very much. We're all doing it together, so we're going to be equally silly. Everyone put your 2 fingers together like this, please. Please, just like this. Just touch your tips of your fingers. Put them on the bridge of your nose, just like this. Right now you look like you're watching a 3D movie or something. It's kind of funny from my perspective. But put your fingers just like this. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to move your fingers away from your head, keeping them still touching together. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to do that. But you're going to continue to stare at the tips of your fingers as you move your hand slowly apart, so your hand's away from your head. And don't pull your fingers apart just yet. On the count of 3, just move your hands, 1, 2, 3, move them away, but keep staring at the tips of your finger, and you'll see a sausage appear between your 2 fingertips. No, keep doing it. Don't go back, go back, go back. See the sausage, and if you pull your fingers slightly apart, the sausage will levitate in the air, and if you keep pulling, it will vanish. Ladies and gentlemen, an appearance, a levitation, and a vanish. Thank you very much. So this is the lecture portion of the program, and let me begin by saying that it really is an honor to be amongst a group of people who spend all their time thinking about and debunking people who do the kinds of things that I do, but rip people off and con them. And I respect your work and appreciate your intellects. And I hope that you had some fun this evening and realized that it's possible to kind of play along with this and enjoy it as sheer entertainment. And I have no problem ethically standing up in front of an audience and saying, you're as mental as I am. You know, if that's the premise of my show, even the most wild, James Randi would sit there and go, you know, high five, sister friend. He'd be okay with that, you know, because really my premise isn't, I'm Max Maven, and I can, and it's not that kind of a show, right? It's not like somehow I have supernatural powers that you don't have. I think that's a good premise for a show. I've just finished my 2nd book, and writing books is a very interesting pursuit, I can tell you, on a personal level. The 2nd one took 3 years to write. It's called Mind Blowing. It looks like this in hardcover. It has a nice padded cover. I deliberately print them like this because it looks kind of witchy and it's kind of funky. And the first chapter is called Zentalism, because I really want to get away from the idea that mentalism is about ego and more about kind of opening up and letting people demonstrate their own abilities and let people have fun and feel empowered. And to me, that's a very healthy approach to a mentalism performance as opposed to, you know, I'm superior somehow. And so the book comes out next week as Katie was good enough to say, my wife, would you stand up please, Lori, just so we're back there? Lori and I are this is Lori.